GW basketball misses its s.hot early and lost to Miami. 6th-ranked Miami's 59-50 victory over George Washington on Saturday was not much in doubt after 15 minutes. The margin had swelled to 10, then 21, before GW had made 5 baskets. But for the overmatched Colonials, there was plenty to draw from a rare visit by a national power to Smith Center. They cut the deficit to 7 in the second half, hoarded offensive rebounds and outscored the Hurricanes by 8 after intermission. If only they could have made a few more shots. I'm certainly not a moral victory guy, but I try to take positives from every single situation, GW coach Maurice Joseph said. We obviously shot the ball poorly, but I like our team's grit and our toughness. We've got to continue to try to figure out how to put 40 minutes of basketball together and not have one of these starts. That start included 5 of 27 shooting and 9 turnovers. The gap was 13-2 after 6+ minutes and 32-11 with less than 3 minutes left, leaving the Colonials, 5-6, with little hope of shattering the Hurricanes' perfect start to the season, 9-0. GW made marked improvement in the second half but finished with a 30.2 shooting percentage before a crowd of 3,862. Especially in the second half, we did a good job most of the time, GW senior Yuta Watanabe said. Our energy was good. We just couldn't make shots. Watanabe, the team's leading scorer and rebounder, was among several players to miss the mark, 3 of 12 from the field and 3 of 6 from the free throw line to finish with 9 points, plus 8 rebounds. The only starter to hit half of his field goal attempts was freshman Terry Nolan Jr., who made 3 of 6 and contributed 10 points, 6 rebounds and 4 steals. Sophomore Jer Bolden led the Colonials with 13 points but shot 5 of 16. We were getting great shots, said sophomore Arnaldo Toro, 3 of 12. It was just one of those days when it wasn't falling. Duane Huell recorded 15 points and 12 rebounds, and Lonnie Walker IV came off the bench for 13 points as the Hurricanes remained one of 6 unbeaten teams in the country and bolstered the nation's second-best figures in both points allowed and field goal defense. Miami coach Jim Larrañaga, the former George Mason leader, said our defense in the first half was really outstanding. However, the Colonials' offensive rebound like crazy. We didn't really meet that challenge, but we had a nice cushion and were able to stay in front just enough to win the game. The Patriots gathered 17 offensive rebounds, 10 in the second half. Miami's fast start, however, put the outcome to rest. The first half was defined by 3 Miami transitions. Walker never let Justin Williams' attempt leave his hands, stuffing the shot and triggering Jaquan Newton's fast break layup. A minute later, Huell swatted Justin Mazzola's shot. In a flash, Walker was free in the corner for a three-pointer. On GW's next possession, a turnover led to DJ Vasiljević's layup and a 30-11 lead. Joseph called a desperation timeout. The Hurricanes' lead grew to 21 and stood at 32-15 at intermission, despite their own subpar shooting from the field and line. It wasn't a rah-rah deal, Joseph said of his halftime instructions. I am a rah-rah guy and have had some rah-rah halftimes. My whole thing was, guys, we're playing fine. We got wide open shots, we just missed a bunch. The Colonials responded. They were patient with the ball and created quality shots from close range. A shot clock violation on Miami prompted Joseph to punch the air and yell in delight. After scoring the last 4 points of the first half, GW was the hungrier team at the start of the second and went on a 13-3 run to pull within 7 with almost 14 minutes left. Miami, though, answered with baskets on the next 2 possessions and did not let the lead slip to 7 again until the final minute. Our guys are starting to realize their potential, if we start games the way we talk about starting them, Joseph said. You can't shoot the way we did and expect to win any game, much less against a team like Miami. Read more, Sverluga, worst schedule. Ever. It's not hyperbole when talking about the Hoyas. Fancy stats analysis: how the Hoyas' schedule hinders any NCAA tournament hopes. Blackstone, paying athletes would break college sports. Never before has that been more hypocritical. The Rick Pitino Louisville divorce has gotten even messier with schools' countersuit. Disney Fox deal gives ESPN a local strategy to combat its